Hello and welcome to the History of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Today's episode, Crow T. Robot. Crow T. Robot is one of the two robotic co-hosts built by Joel Robinson to help him stave off insanity while forced to watch terrible movies by the Mads on Mystery Science Theater 3000. He is the most easygoing and naive of Joel's robot companions, yet somehow during the movies he is always the one to deliver the most sarcastic remarks. Joel's middle initial stands for The, making his full name Crow the Robot. According to the MST3K storyline, Crow, like his fellow robots Tom Servo, Gypsy, and Cambot, was built by Gizmotic Institute janitor Joel Robinson, who created them to help him withstand the torments of watching bad movies on the satellite of love, where Joel was trapped by mad scientist Dr. Clayton Forrester and his assistants. Crow's frame is made of advanced materials such as molybdenum, which is used for armor and aircraft parts, something that would have been found on the ship made by Gizmotics, and high-density Kevlar. On occasions when he was to wear his formal attire, such as Joel's attempt at having fun at a family photo, Crow has been known to have his net on backwards and upside down, to give him the impression of slicked back hair. He also occasionally does this when donning some sort of headgear, such as a helmet. Originally, Crow was more adolescent than Tom Servo, although their relative maturity occasionally changed to suit the host's segments. Both robots regard Joel as their father figure, while Mike was more of an older brother type. Crow was often depicted as an unathletic nerd, emphasized by putting himself in a double jock lock. After Crow's original voice actor and puppeteer, Trace Bayaloo, left, Crow was then voiced and manipulated by Bill Corbett, who underwent a personality change. Corbett's Crow was noticeably more irritable, bitter, and impatient with the movies than Bayaloo's Crow had been. This was explained in the show as a result of being left on the satellite of love for several hundred years while the rest of the crew became pure energy. Although this was admittedly Crow's own fault for returning to the satellite of love so soon after getting bored at the edge of the universe. Crow's name also lent itself to a number of host-segmented punchlines. Joel performs maintenance on Crow's RAM chips and shows what he claims is Crow's first memory. In this flashback scene, Joel explains that Crow's name is an acronym for Cybernetic Remotely Operated Woman. Back in the present, Crow is shocked to discover that he's a woman, and instantly starts worrying about the dishes and watching 30-something. Joel chuckles and explains, "Take it easy, Crow, it's all just a real elaborate joke. I basically just invented you to put that memory in you and then pull a joke on you." Crow calms down. "So my life has been one big setup for a punchline? Boy, I feel like Maury Amsterdam." Crow is also sometimes called Art, primarily by late series antagonist Pearl Forrester. This rose from a gag in Jungle Goddess, in which Joel introduces the bots as Jackie Gleason did with his fellow cast members at the end of every episode of The Honeymooners, calling each one out individually to take a bow. During this, Joel refers to Crow as Art Crow, a reference to the enthusiastic way that Gleason would introduce his longtime performer Art Carney. Later, Best Brains received a letter from a child named Shannon, who had eventually missed the cultural reference and labeled a drawing of Crow as Art. The letter was read in the giant Gila monster, and the writers were so taken with it, it became a reoccurring joke. Crow is the most likely of the four movie riffers to make off-color, crude, or lewd comments during the film, and receives frequent scoldings from Joel, Mike, and occasionally Tom because of this habit. In earlier seasons, Joel will sometimes get frustrated and tear off and fling away Crow's arms during the theater or one of the host segments, much to Crow's annoyance. During the Sci-Fi Channel years, another running gag was established that involved Crow falling from great heights. Thank you for watching the History of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Special thanks to the MST3K Wiki for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.